Hello, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome, everybody. It's my pleasure and privilege to be here, and I am going to present for a IUI live workshop how to assess the sample, how to process the sample, what are the technical difficulties we face during the preparation in small clinics, in centers, in peripheries. We are going to present and explain how to prepare the sample in peripheries and small clinics and suburban areas in whatever the available conditions. So here we go. Thank you very much for coming here, and we'll start the presentation. So before evaluating for IUI or preparation, we have to assess the sample, the quality. We have to assess the sample first to make sure how much recovery we are going to get and how much, which process, whether it need a double density gradient or sperm wash, because most of the time we get samples from severe oligo. It is not suitable for IUI. So we have the assessment of the semen analysis very important. So we will check the sample first, then we will do the preparation of layering and we'll proceed the sample for IUI. Thank you. We are using Mechler counting chamber for counting the sperm, and we check the wet film in the slide for morphology. Once the final recovery, we should get at least 5 millions. If the sample is suitable for recovering 5 millions, that sample is suitable for IUI. The Mechler counting chamber is the standard device to check the semen analysis, and it is worldwide used commonly. We don't use a Newbar counting chamber or anything. The Mechler counting chamber is a perfect, it has 10 micron grid. You need to add mixed semen sample 5 microliter. Then number of sperm counted in 10 squares is equal to millions. If you count 70 sperm in 10 squares, it's like 70 millions. So it is calculated like that way. So if we use a Newbar counting chamber, there is a dilution required. So in that you may get false result you may get. This is the real time counting chamber with the semen sample with the normal sperm count. It has 10 micron grid. The number of sperms counted in 10 squares is directly into millions. If you count 40 sperms in 10 squares, it means it is 40 million. For morphology, we need to check in a wet film for a DFI or any abnormality, sperm abnormality, we have to check in the wet film. Present conditions of our male infertility is rampant. Out of 10 semen analysis, I am getting 8 abnormal parameters. So we have to, if the couples coming to their clinic, they need to focus on males rather than females now. So lot of DNA damage, lot of abnormal morphology because of lifestyle, pollution, and this COVID has also impacted lot of on male infertility. We are seeing lot of patients with a COVID positive, sudden drop of their sperm count and morphology, rock bottom. So the clinics have to face new challenges and have a new protocols to handle the male infertility patient indifferently now. No, we have a new viruses coming. So, so we have to see what type of what is their condition, how they have impacted on their, because I have a real time video with a male infertility post pre-COVID. We had a 90 million count with a 70% motility with a good morphology. It is textbook quality video. It is recorded and documented. Then the same patient came. It is less than 1 million with a 10% motility, less than 1% morphology. Then we had, it is already enrolled for IVF. Then we did ICSI, and we had a lot of failed fertilization with the fragmented embryos, not implantable embryos. It is in my YouTube channel. It is real time recorded. It is there in my YouTube channel on best IVF setup. You can go and check my video on real patients. So now we'll start the preparation for gradient. We have the clinics must understand the samples. Sometime sperm count is normal, 100 million with a 60% motility. Their recovery will be very good. But the problem is there is a morphology. If the morphology is less than 1% or poor morphology, even if it is 100 million or 200 million recovered sperm, then there is no success in that sample. So the doctors have to focus on morphology also, because because of environmental and pollution, lifestyle, lot of male infertility. So the count and motility might be normal, but the morphology, once the morphology comes down, then they go into severe infertility. So we use double density gradient, and there is upper layer 45% concentration. This is a colloidal silica based media to separate the sperms. We put on the top semen sample, centrifuge for 20 minutes. It is a swim down. The most motile sperms with the good motility will goes down. The all plasma, the bacteria, RBCs and WBCs will be stuck in upper layer, so it doesn't allow to go down. So we collect sperm from the bottom and centrifuge, and we can do again swim up, then we can use for any ART procedure. This is upper layer. Now I'm adding lower layer on the bottom. The sample will be liquefied in 20 minutes. If it is too viscous, we can aspirate in syringe for expel 2-3 times. The viscosity can be break down. We are doing centrifuge for 20 minutes. We can have a 1000, 1100, 1200 RPM. The more you put RPM, there is a possibility of DNA damage, or you are giving a lot of pressure on a sperm. So we use only 1000 to 1200 in between centrifuge. If the sample is very viscous, you can add some warm media to break the viscosity. That is ideal condition. Or you can take multiple times in a syringe. You just make sure that you are not damaging the sperm or reducing the motility by crushing very hard. So we'll start. We got a pillet in the bottom, though we have centrifuge for 9 minutes. Now we are going to show after centrifugation the the recovery. The final, your recovery should be 5 million minimum to have a successful IUI program. We can have a sperm, since it is a colloidal gradient media, this is little bit toxic. To wash, we need to use a sperm washing media 1 or twice for with 1 to 2 ml to remove the silica-based colloidal silica-based media of gradient or percol, whatever you call. We have recovered the sperm from the bottom. You can see there is a upper seminal plasma with the debris. Then this sample is doesn't have much WBCs or RBCs. Even if you have RBCs, it will block. It doesn't go. It doesn't allow to go down. There are some syringes, different devices available according to their convenience and their practice. Okay. Our main IVF and ART purposes, we wash twice. Okay. Then we do again swim up to make sure the best out of best sperm we require for clinics. Yeah. So this is, we have removed that gradient traces, that percol traces also by washing with the HEPIS buffered media. Commercially available in different companies have different names. So HEPIS once. I'm not going to wash again, but I am trying to mix the sample. Now the preparation, there is a again we will do swim up. I will be explaining in 2 ways. Now we have done second step. Now we are going to third step for a better recovery of the sperm. But usually people who are not having a gradient method are not able to perform gradient because it is little bit technical skills required for using gradients. So people who are not having a gradient, they can they can mix the sample, semen sample directly, centrifuge twice, remove the supernatant. The pillet, now I am going to use the pillet exactly as a swim up method. Sperm pillet. You have to gently transfer into the bottom. There are 2 methods. No need. Either you can keep, if you don't have that facility, you can still keep locked, because if the conditions, suboptimal conditions, there is a chance the bacteria, so it is better to lock and keep in the heating block with the or in incubator, which is 37 degrees until 30 minutes. If it is a swim up technique. So after that, you assess the sample and load the sample. We are going to show you that also. The best thing is 0.4 to 0.5 or less than just above half ml you can transfer. More than that, it is not advisable. The minimum with the good concentration will have a good success. The more you, for example, you have a oligoasthenoteratospermia, your recovery is already less according to the sperm concentration. Then if you dilute 0.5 or 1 ml, you are distributing more, you are making severe oligo. So if your concentration, if your assessment, if you have, let's say, if you have a 5 million with a 2 ml, you have a total 10 million sperm count with 60%, means you have a 6 million motile sperm. When you do gradient and all, you ultimately can recover 80 to 90%. You can recover, you can recover 4 million to 3 million to 4 million. Okay. So you can't recover 100%. Okay. So there is a loss of sperm in between the procedure. Okay. So evaluating your report according to that report, we have to, if the patient is 2 million with 4 ml volume, ultimately you are not going to achieve final recovery of 3 to 4 million, because 50% 4 ml volume with a 2 million sperm count, 50% means you have only 4 million motile sperm count. Okay. So in that, IUI is difficult to achieve pregnancy. Okay. So your final recovery should be always 5 million or above. Okay. So what is the second method? The swim up method. That is one method. Yeah. Gradient is a first is gradient, second is swim up method. Swim up is just, it is very easy in any fertility clinics or peripheries. Swim up method is very commonly used. Wash the liquefied semen with the sperm preparation media twice with 1 ml according to the concentration. If you have a 2 ml or 3 ml, at least you have to put 2 ml of sperm preparation media. Wash it and discard the supernatant, pillet and resuspend it again, media, then supernatant, then swim up method. Take the 0.5 ml media and deposit the pillet in a bottom. The sperms, after 30 minutes of incubation, the sperms will swim up. That is called swim up technique. Then you have to avoid the pillet, because pillet contains, you are not separating in like a gradient. You are centrifuging the whole sample. Still your swim up sample will have a debris and unwanted material or RBCs, WBCs. Once you do the swim up, then the sperms will come up, then upper layer, avoiding the pillet, you can take the upper layer and suitable for IUI. So we are going to check the sample live. Actually, we are doing in a shortcut. We are not giving enough time. So still we recovered sperm, and we examine the little bit lower side also, if the sperms are not up to the required concentration. We are for attention everybody. Now we are loading the sample. We'll explain you in how to load the sample, loading technique. Almost 400 microliter. Usually what we do in our unit, we create a gap here and tap little bit. So you have a little bit air backside. Why we do like this? Because we want to expel the whole sample into the uterine cavity. So now I'm going to show you. If you don't give if you don't have a gap here, the sample will be until your catheter. Some sample remained in the catheter. So once you create a gap here, So no sample traces here. You have transferred whole sample. So this is very simple, but it is very important. Otherwise, if you don't create, then some sample remain in your catheter or in a syringe. Thank you very much.